You know, timing Social Security can be really tricky because people are living longer, fuller lives. You know, some people don't know when to actually take it. Dwight Rich with Rich Wealth Management joins us here in studio to offer some of the best strategies in order to receive at the end of the day the biggest benefit possible. Dwight, great to see you again.
Thanks for having me again.
You know, this is a tricky one, right? We are living longer and kind of put that off more and more. So what are some of the key things that people need to keep in mind if they're planning for the retirement? What should they focus on?
Well, I think it kind of starts, honestly, with Social Security. They need to get that part of it right.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the very few parts of their retirement plan that's guaranteed by Uncle Sam. So I think that would be step one. And then I really think a common mistake people make when they're planning for retirement is they don't make a shift from the time where they're accumulating money, kind of the growth stage of their life, to the income stage of their life. So making that change kind of from the G, or growth, to the I, which is income. Mm-hmm. So kind of making that shift as they approach retirement.
Is that how, is that where you would make the difference in someone's Social Security payout? By recognizing that? Because a lot of people, they'll get close to withdrawing and they're like, oh no, I need to hurry up and work more, right? Like that panic sets in and people will go back to work. What is the best way, in your opinion, to make sure that you're impacting your Social Security payout in a positive way?
Well, the first thing to do is to recognize that it's super complex.
Yeah.
It is 20,000 pages long document. Okay, by comparison, the Space Shuttle crew manual was about 11,000 pages.
Oh dear.
And there's 2,700 rules. And so the decision is really quite impactful. So you've got to get it right. And I think one way to look at it is that it's really longevity insurance. And there's very few things that you can get in the private market that would be considered the same thing,
right?
Especially guaranteed by Uncle Sam. So the statistic that's kind of shocking is that less than 4% of people get the full benefit they're entitled to. And the National Association of Registered Social Security Advisors estimates that the average American loses out on about $111,000 worth of benefits. So it's a huge decision that shouldn't be taken cavalierly, that you should get some advice on.
Absolutely. So say you've taken it at the wrong time. Is there a way then to kind of go back and correct it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You get a 12-month window where you can get a do-over. But if you've made that mistake, you've got to pay back the benefits that you've already gotten. But you can, if you've made a mistake and say that you claimed a little early and you want to, it's like, oh, all of a sudden you're
change my mind.
Yeah, change my mind.
Put it back.
You can suspend that payment and continue to get those credits. Those are 8% per year up until age 70. So there's a couple of different strategies you can use to have a kind of do-over.
A lot of those windows and that age range have changed over the years because we are living longer. When is the absolute deadline of you need to be taking things and start your paperwork and withdrawing by what age now?
Well, the earliest you can take it is at age 62. And unfortunately, about a third or more of Americans take it at 62 when they probably should have waited. Now, there's no fast and hard rule with regard to how you should do it. It's all individual. But so as you approach 62, for sure, you want to make sure that you've got some concepts and some advice in mind to get that decision made.
It sounds so complicated that at 62 that needs to be your thing for, okay, this is when I'm going to investigate, right, and get my ducks in a row. And then when you said people take it too early, is there a date you'd recommend, like that you're telling a lot of people, why don't you wait 5 more years? Why don't you wait 10 more years?
Well, first I think as you approach 62, the earlier the better. Maybe you're 60 or 61. You need to start recognizing that clock is ticking when you have that opportunity to make that. But for most people, full retirement age is 66 or 67. If you're born after 1960, it's 67. So you definitely need to be getting your ducks in a row as to when you claim by then. And if you're married, it's a different type of approach because you have a spousal benefit. If you've been divorced, you also have maybe duly entitled. So you can go through, there's just a lot of nooks and crannies of that code to make sure that you get it right.
Before we go, tell everybody about a seminar you have coming up.
We have it's a free seminar at University of Louisville Shelby campus on September 28th and October 2nd. where we're going to get, Social Security 101, and we'll offer a free consultation to the attendees.
There's a lot of pages to go through, so this seminar is a
We're
good
not going to go
idea.
through all 20,000, but we're going to do our best.
Do you need to register ahead of time?
You can call 398-6850, which is our office number, and reserve a place if you would like to come, and we'd love to have you.
All right, so if you want to connect with Dwight on everything here, free consult first time, follow you on Facebook. You're on Facebook as well.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so many ways to get in contact. So get your free consultation at his office. Call today at richwealthmanagement.com.